Excuse me, can you guys really not read a sign? No banned books. This is not allowed. Come on, this garbage. Not like the school will even recycle anyway.
Wait!
What do you want?
Why is it so wrong for us to read these books?
These books clearly have their issues. They wouldn't have been banned and challenged time and time again throughout the last couple decades if there weren't things wrong about them. They are exposing kids way too early to too many issues with violence and sexually explicit language. If you go and keep reading books like these, you are going to become so heavily influenced and brainwashed and victim to communist agendas that you're going to have so many issues. It's going to be horrible.
So what's so bad about each book?
Let's start here with George Orwell's 1984, this excuse for a decent piece of literature. This book right here explicitly promotes violence on such an unhealthy level through government uprise, to revolts, to outward violence in the streets. There is so much in this book that is not okay for people who are too malleable of a mindset to be reading. On top of this, you also have the disgusting sexual nature of this book. There is way too much profanity and sexual nature in this book for a young student to be reading. It is just downright unhealthy.
We can't just be sheltering all our kids from these issues. These are prevalent in society. Sexuality, violence, and government propaganda. These are all things that we come in contact with every day. So if kids never learn about them, especially in the school, they're going to learn it outside and it's not going to impact them in a positive way.
Okay, fine. Next. Okay, Lord of the Flies, William Golding. I don't even think I need to tell you why this isn't a good idea. Not only like 1984 does it have the same sexual behavior, the same amount of violence, and the same just disgusting nature to it, but also on top of this, now you really want to insinuate to a bunch of teenagers that man is little more than an animal, that we're just these crazy machines running around, acting horrible, doing whatever it is that we want. Is that really the message we want to be sending to the youth?
But it's an important piece of literature. It portrays society in a realistically conceptualized way and prevents our youth from having a jaded view of society. Plus, it's freedom of speech, and by taking away literature, you're taking away our First Amendment rights.
You know what? Didn't even think about it like that. Next. The Jungle, Upton Sinclair. This book has been banned throughout so many countries across the globe for the horrible views that it promotes. It promotes a concept that whenever there is an issue, that whenever something just goes the slightest bit wrong, it's okay to uproar, to revolt, to go after the system and tell it that it's wrong, to try and make every little thing that you want to be okay to become okay. At the end of the day, the world doesn't work like that.
If you look at the countries in which this book was banned, there are countries like Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. These countries are trying to prevent their people from uprising and changing the country for the better. We can't have this in America. We need our people to recognize when something's wrong and be able to change it themselves.
Plus, you think it's wrong for people to just try to get rid of their problems. Meanwhile, you're trying to get rid of books that you see as a problem.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe banned books aren't so bad after all. Maybe they do have some really good and really intellectual point of views and should be kept in society and read. So I guess there's only one thing left to do.